Hi, I'm Mimika, and you're watching The Music Enthusiast.
Hi, what's up? I'm Sarah from the Music Enthusiast, and I'm here with Mimika. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am so good. You are so talented. You're so pretty. Like, this is gonna be great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what's your hair routine?
My hair routine. First of all, always wash with cold water
Mhm.
and upside down. I don't know if it actually does anything, the upside down thing, but I saw it on the internet one time and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I've been doing it ever since. So yeah, shampoo, conditioner, and then afterwards, when it's soaking wet, gel, a little oil, and then I put it in a t-shirt on top of my head and let it sit there for like as long as possible. And then it just does its thing after that.
Amazing. People with straight hair have it so easy.
Oh my God, growing up, it was all I wanted was to have straight hair. Everyone in my family has straight hair. I'm the only one. Myself and then one of my cousins were the only ones with curly hair. And so growing up, I was like, please, please put me on the straight hair train. But now I'm so grateful and I love my curls.
I can't relate. I'm still like on the verge. I literally cannot deal with
It's a journey. It's a journey.
totally. So, your younger years, you were like obviously always had a love for music. So, do you have a fondest musical memory?
I do. I do. I have two, but I'll share one. I'll hone it down to one. My entire family, like myself, my siblings, my cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, every time that we get together to have like a birthday lunch or a holiday or anything like that, we always put on Queen,
Mhm.
and the entire family sings Queen songs. So we'll do Somebody to Love, Bohemian Rhapsody. We've got like pretty much choreography at this point. It's just every time I hear those songs, it just makes me have this huge feeling of love and support, even if I'm not with my family. And it always brings me back to that. So that's one of my fondest musical memories.
So, what's your favorite Queen song?
Probably Somebody to Love.
Mhm.
It just so good. It's a classic every time.
Totally agreed. And you love writing. So, I mean, what's your favorite like type of writing to write? Like, is it poetry? Is it song lyrics? Like storytelling?
Well, I feel like it progressed over the years. When I was really young, it was writing short stories and little like novels that I would put into chapters and make a little series and stuff. But from the time I was 12 or 13, I transitioned into songwriting. And since then, songwriting has just been it for me.
So your English marks might like have had to have been like so good.
Okay, listen. English marks, I will sit here and say, yes, I had great English marks, but don't ask me about math or science ever. I can't. That's another story.
Amazing. I cannot write a story for my life. When we have creative writing, I'm like, I am not creative, so I can't write anything.
You know what? I feel like everybody is creative in some sense, and everyone's brain works differently. Like my younger sister is amazing when it comes to math and science, and she just, writing isn't completely her thing, but I think everyone has their own strengths. And once you figure it out and you go for it and you hone it, you're off to the races.
I love that. That's so great. So what do you think you would be if you weren't an artist?
I think I would be, I've said this a couple times. I always really loved history growing up and in school. And when I was young, did you ever read the Percy Jackson books and
No.
Rick Riordan and stuff? I wanted to, before I figured out music and everything, I was like, maybe I'll be a history major, I'll be an Egyptologist. But then as I grew up, I was like, that's not gonna happen. But it always felt like a fun, idea, an Egyptologist.
I mean, that seems so great, but I mean, you'd have to do like so much school for that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't even know where you would start. I don't know the process. I don't know anything about it except for that I loved mythology and again, it all comes back to like storytelling for me. I loved the stories. I loved the history behind it all, and I thought it would be really cool to immerse yourself in that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, so great. So
Mhm.
you recently graduated from Berkeley, so congrats to that.
Thank you.
Problem. So what are the major things that you've learned there that you keep with you every day?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Things that I learned from there that I keep with me every day. I think a really big one is relationships are the number one thing. It's always about relationships. It's always about how you make people feel, how people make you feel. And that's like the basis of everything in music is collaborating on songwriting, collaborating with production. It's all about people. So I learned an immense amount of technical stuff and theory stuff, which I think took me to a whole other level and deeper appreciation for music and songwriting. But at the core of it all, it always comes back to relationships and people.
Mm-hmm. Totally agreed. I mean, it's all about the community and like this whole support group that the music industry has. It's so great.
Exactly. And it's just a bond, you know, when you talk to someone about music, I feel like you immediately understand each other on a little bit of a deeper level.
Totally understand. Totally get that. So let's talk about the new single. It's being released in a few days now.
Yes.
How are you feeling about Rambling being like a few days away?
Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I saw when I posted on social media a couple days ago, it's the most like excitement that I've felt so far for a release, which is so cool because I'm obviously over the moon about it. It's new for me in the sense of when I wrote the song, I didn't just write with the intention of writing to put something out. I was writing to like develop my craft and work on my own songwriting and storytelling more. And then went through a whole bunch that I had written and actually got to pick and choose, okay, which one do I absolutely love with my whole heart and soul? And then put more effort into it, make it even better, and then put it out. So just having that whole new process that I went through when writing it and now offering it to the world, I don't know, it just feels like everything's raised a little bit and I'm so excited for it to come out.
Are you a little nervous too? Is it like a mix of both sort of thing now?
I think that it's a little bit of nerves, but Shawn Mendes said this once and it always stuck with me. If you're nervous, it means you care. So I think that everyone should always be nervous a little bit when you're doing something that you love.
Totally love that. So what was the creative process like for this track? I mean, you talked about it before, but like what was your initial idea for the song?
I really wanted to write a song with the word cigarette in it. You know, I really wanted to write a song with that word. And so I sat down with that in mind and I kind of built out, okay, cool, I have this word. What story do I want to tell? What am I feeling right now? Let's reflect on myself, reflect on what's going on in my own life and build it out from there. And that's kind of how Rambling was born. I worked with an amazing producer. His name is Zeph. And you want to know something cool? Mm-hmm. I met him through TikTok.
Oh, that's so great.
It's so awesome. It's so cool, dude. So I met him through TikTok. He's based in the States. I'm in Canada. We've never actually met before, but we made this song together and it's so, so, so great. And I love it so much. So we did the whole thing on Zoom. I tracked all the vocals at home and sent it to him. And yeah, that's kind of how Rambling was born.
So what was the process like, especially like remotely? Is this like your first time like fully making a song over Zoom and like calls and stuff? So
because I did Berkeley online for the last couple of years, it's a process that I've gotten used to doing the whole Zoom situation and sharing files back and forth. And I have a closet in my house that I've converted to a little vocal booth. So it was nice to have it to go to and something that I was already comfortable with instead of, oh my gosh, this is all new and I have to figure it out. And I feel like I had a leg up already in that department. So yeah, it was a nice experience because it's the first time that I did that with the intention of releasing it for myself and not working on it for a school thing. I feel like it's two separate worlds almost. So it was really nice.
Yeah, especially with school because you have like due dates and stuff, but with your music, like it's your decision basically.
Exactly. There was no deadlines or even guidelines for what kind of song you have to make and what you need to include. So it was really fun.
Yeah, and back to like the cigarette lyric too. It's so crazy how you made this whole song over one word. I feel like I can't speak for everyone, but I feel like most people can't do that. That's crazy.
It's really fun. There's a technique that we do a lot. I'm sure a lot of people who do creative writing do it as well, but it's called object writing. And you basically just get one word or a couple of words and you just have to go and you just have to write. And it'll be the most random stuff like bus station bench or black book or all these random words. And you have 10 minutes and you just have to write as much as you can. And I feel like that boosted my confidence with being able to do something like build a song off of a word.
Amazing. So, I mean, TikTok again is crazy. I've met so many people there. So, have you found any musicians there that you are now like a big fan of?
Oh my gosh, there's this girl. I think her name is Sarah James.
Mhm.
She's from either Australia or New Zealand. Oh my gosh, this was a while ago, so I apologize for not having the details. But she had a couple songs that they were in my playlist for 2 months straight, and I was obsessed with them. And she's so cool. I still follow her on Instagram and stuff. She was great.
Amazing.
Mhm.
So, what do you have up your sleeves next musically?
Ooh. So Rambling is chapter 1
Mhm.
of the next couple of releases that are coming. So there's going to be a couple more chapters that are all gonna trickle into something eventually.
Amazing. I cannot wait. This track is amazing, so I'm pretty sure whatever comes next will be even more amazing.
Thank you.
No problem. So, if you could live in a music video, which one would you live in and why?
You have the best questions, can I just say? If I could live in a music video, which one and why? Okay, I'm gonna say Britney. Oops, I did it again.
Okay.
Because who wouldn't want to be on another planet? That seems so fun. Who wouldn't want to go to space? And I want to wear the red jumpsuit. That's it. That's all I want in life, is just to wear the jumpsuit.
Totally agree with that. And
Mhm.
I'm gonna add a little fun one again. If you could perform on any planet, which one would it be and why?
Whoa. I'm gonna say Pluto's not really a planet. It's not a planet anymore, but I still think it would be fun because it's the smallest of the planets.
Mhm.
And it would be like a nice intimate space gig, you know?
Yeah.
Like if the bigger planets are your arenas and stadiums, Pluto's like your small little underground club. That's the vibe I would go for.
I love that. And you gotta give a little love to Pluto. It must feel like left out.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt.
And last question, who are your favorite artists right now?
My favorite artist right now. I'm gonna give a shout out to some friends. My friend, a kid named Rufus, he's amazing. He just put out a song called Wasting Time, which I actually got to write with him. And I'm so happy it's out and he's doing amazing things right now. And my friend Annalise, she just put out a song called Ice Queen, and she's super cool and super talented also. So I've been really loving them right now.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. It was so great talking to you and so great getting those hair tips from you.
Thank you for having me.